Good evening, and welcome to the 1927 Club. Josh is just, what's the matter, bet? Nothing. What's the Champions League score? 2-0, bet. Don't worry about that. We're not in it, so don't worry about it. PSG.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yes, but
Dalman's fault, that is.
What's that?
Dalman's fault we know the Champions League final.
Yes, but good evening, one and all. Lots of people in the chat already, and I will touch base and say good evening to you all in a second. My Ugly Mug is back. Obviously, I've been taking a bit of a break. Evan's been stepping in with the Saturday night shows with Rhys, but Evan's a little bit under the weather at the moment, so I'm stepping in to take over. Ev, I hope you're feeling better. Mr. Rob Boyle is joining us as well, I believe. There he is, look. So, yes, welcome, Rob. Good evening, Rhys, as well. How are we, gentlemen?
Looks like Jerry at us in the middle.
I don't know if he can hear us, can he?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Check your WhatsApp, you'll get what that means, Rob.
Hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, buddy.
What's that?
How we doing? How we doing, guys? We all good?
Mint.
Yeah, not bad.
How are you?
Yeah, we're all good, but we're all good. We're going to keep it short and sharp tonight if we can. Nothing really to talk about as such. Lots of Chinese whispers on social media this afternoon. Nothing concrete again, though. But obviously, there's some strong rumours flying around from various sources. Again, we're not putting our names to any of that, but obviously there's been talks today that Cardiff City are in talks with Charlton regarding Nathan Jones becoming our manager. When you put two and two together, when you think about it, you can understand perhaps why we haven't heard anything then, can't you?
Go on, Rhys.
I don't know. I don't really can't say like
You whiting out after that wine.
You know what? Again, like on a side note, it's a good reason to join our WhatsApp group. This is because this news sort of broke last week in our WhatsApp group. So while others are naming other names and posting other things about other matters, we sort of knew this sort of thing last week. So it's a good reason to join the WhatsApp group, so I'll say.
Yes, you're right. It was mentioned, and obviously it's difficult when it's Chinese whispers, isn't it? You know, you don't want to be shouting and thing. It's a difficult one. And again, you know, we don't want to... Lots of things can happen still. I know he's very heavily linked. But would it be a good appointment in your opinion, guys?
Oh, fuck I. I struggle to believe it's a thing, to be honest. Like, why would he want to, like, he's a great season with Charlton. I know Cardiff is his club, and he's made that apparent in many, many interviews and things like that. But he took Charlton from obscurity in League One to obviously playoff final winners. I don't know. And there would have to be a lot of money involved, I think. It's believed he's got a release clause, which has increased since Charlton's promotion to the Championship. I just struggle to believe that Cardiff owners would pay that to get him in personally. I'd love him, mate. I wanted him personally several managers ago when the job became an option and he was linked. But you know, before Rhys, it was a Rhys job. He was heavily linked. And I wanted him, but I don't know, mate. Can you see the owners forking out probably a few million to get him? Could anybody see that happening?
I wouldn't be surprised. And, by the owners doing that, would that kind of put to bed, well, not put to bed, but obviously there's been a lot of disgruntled fans over the last couple of years, lack of, what's the word I'm looking for, between the fans and the owners. Would that kind of, do you know what I mean? Would that kind of...
Yeah, like it would bridge a gap, mate. It would bridge a gap between the transparency between the owners and the fans, because I think this is would be a fan favorite to become a manager. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, guys, but I think this deep down would be the one that the Cardiff fans would want, because he's a Cardiff boy. He loves the club. He's made no excuses about that. But then the negative part of me is, like, if he does become a manager, then if he does go Pete Tong, then what happens?
But would that be the same with Aaron Ramsey as well? Then, if they offer the job,
yeah,
to Aaron
I think it would, Ainge. I think it would. I think it would, mate. And you can only look at
let's be fair. There's lots of permutations that could still potentially happen. We might not be able to agree with Charlton. This, that, and the other. Rambo and backroom staff got to come in. That might not be, be able to get done or whatever. So there's still lots of permutations or whatever the fucking word is, that could potentially happen. So we're still none the wiser, really. I know I'm not really one to look at all the odds and stuff like that. It chops and changes so much, doesn't it? But I still think it's probably anyone's at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah, and Bob Bankier in the chat just summed it massively. Whoever it is that takes on this poison chalice, if you like, needs to be given time. They have to be given time. You can just look at what I was about to say was, we got we're all involved as ourselves, the three of us, and you wonderful people in the chat as well. We're involved in various groups on Facebook and comment sections and whatnot. And it's just an ongoing thing of people just trying to poo everything you say, and it just drives me fucking nuts, but it drives me nuts. That's why I stay so quiet sometimes, because it does my absolute bollocking that people are like, oh, well, he's going to be shit anyway, so he'll be sad by Christmas and all that. Just fuck off, just literally just fuck off. I'm sick of this negative shit all the time. Fuck it, I'll do a Rhys Evans rant here now. But it's always the entitled bastards that think sometimes that they've been here since day one, following a club, and they just think they know better than everyone else. I'm just sick of it. Just get behind whoever the bastard hell it is who's in charge. Let's support them and let's go from here. It's no point bickering. What are we going to achieve by bickering as fans? That's what the owners want. Let's be real. That's what they always want. They want us to turn on each other, so it divulges and turns away the attention from them. So it's back where the bloody hell we have, and let's go from here. That's why I see it.
Yeah. Come on, Rhys, let's have it.
I just think... See, let's just say it is Jones now, right? We did an episode, I think it was November, December time, when we were looking at other managers when things were going not so well for us. Jones came up a few times. At the time, we were looking at it, and I think he was 18th for chances created for his team. They were 19th for goals scored. He won't play exciting, attractive football. It will be back to front. It'll be solid at the back, grind teams down, nick a goal, and win a game. It's effective. And right now, we just need effective. We don't need pretty football. We just need effective. That's all we need right now. There's a group of fans that will find problems with his football. They will moan it's not sexy and stuff. We've never really had sexy football. Only under Dave Jones was ever really good, let's be honest. Malky was boring, but it was successful. Warnock wasn't exciting, but it was successful. So I think fans need to accept the fact it won't be that. if it's Jones. We also need to accept, like the comment said, in League One, I think it's 60% of your turnover can be spent on wages. Therefore, players will need to go. There will be a mini overhaul this summer. And again, you can't just expect a manager to come in, bring a new squad in together, and all of a sudden do a Birmingham City and win the league. Birmingham City are one in a generation sort of result this thing was for them. It will be a slog. It will be a stabilising. But let's just get everyone back on side first. We need to build the bridges between the club and the fans again first. And again, come December, if we are mid-table, don't be kicking off. No, we're going to sack him now, get someone else in to get the playoffs. Just accept it. We need a few years of stabilising. Unfortunately, we've been a championship side for a few years, 20-odd years, is it? Championship side? Brilliant.
22, yeah.
We are not this massive side people like to claim we are, though. I see comments all the time saying, how comes Bournemouth in the Premier League? We're a big side. We should be doing better than that. We are not a big team. We have potential to be a big team. We're bang average. Last year, I think it was Preston. It's about 10,000 fans there. Name me one big side that can have a home game and have about 10,000 fans. We go away. We have good numbers. We have 1,000 fans going away. Don't get me wrong. Leeds can sell at any away end. That's a big club. We have potential to be a big club. So we need to get rid of this ego that we seem to have. And I've seen a lot of people say we should be storming League One. Again, what do you achieve if you think like that? If you do win the league, every time you don't win a game, it's going to be, we should have won that. That's not good enough. So fans will never be happy and accept anything. So we've got to get rid of this mindset first, I think. But at least what I will say is at least the club seem to be trying this time to get a manager and are doing the right things. Because we could have easily have gone for Nathan Jones, announced him last week, and half the fan base would have gone, what a cheap option. But I think it sounds like the club are doing the right things right now, trying to negotiate, trying to talk him into come in, trying to sort a package out to bring him and his staff in. Hats off to. I'm happy enough to criticise the club when they do shit wrong, and they do shit wrong all the time. But I will praise them for this. They seem to be doing something right. And it may take a week or two longer than we hoped, but let's just get the right appointment. That's the main thing, not rushing it.
100% agree with you. A question I wanted to put to you before I dive into the comments, gents. Obviously Rambo doing the last 3 games, I don't think he's officially come out and said he wants it. As far as I'm aware, he still wants to play. Obviously, if the appointment isn't given to Rambo, do you still see him being in the Cardiff City setup next season? Or is he going to look for football elsewhere, do you think?
Okay. I can't put. Do you know what? My mind has changed massively on this ever since his interim appointment. Before he became interim manager, I thought that he would be done at the end of the season, and I thought maybe he would go play a season or 2 in the MLS or something like that, or whatnot. But the fact that he took on that interim job for a couple of games, for me, that tells me that if he's not going to be a part of the coaching team come next season, I think he'll do another season. I think he'll do at least one more season at the club playing. I don't see him going anywhere else to play now. I can't see him going anywhere else. His wages, well, whether they be reviewed, I know he's still under contract. Obviously, whether that will be reviewed, etc. And we all don't know how big a wage. So I don't think it's nowhere near as big as what everybody's making out to be. I think that a lot of his wages are made up of PR and extras and things like that, like shirt sales and stuff, which is quite common these days. I can't see him playing for anyone else now. I don't see him playing for anyone else after the interim job. I don't see him playing anywhere else. So I think that in my head, I think he'll be a part of the coaching staff, whoever takes charge. Personally, I think that's what I think, wherever it is.
Player coach type of role, I think, yeah.
Yeah, whether it be Nathan Jones or the Man City lad or Des Buckingham or fucking Gerald Friedman or Donald Trump, whoever takes charge. Like, I think that he'll be part of the coaching staff. Personally, I think.
Don't forget, how people talk about Ramsey's wage. How much money does he bring in on merchandise alone?
That's exactly, Pat.
Like sponsorship deals. People obviously raises the profile of the club. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine, though, Ken Chu and Dalman putting Ramsey forward because of the way he talks about things that need to change. The way he criticised certain things this year, I don't think they'd want him there. Because I think someone like Vincent Tan would actually listen to him and respect his opinion. I do think that would scare Chu and Dalman because I think Rambo would speak out about certain things. I don't think he should take it personally yet. I think, like I said, this season might be a stabilising season. And the last thing Ramsey wants is fans turning in because we're mid-table come December. He's still young in terms of his career. As in, this is not young, but he could go on for another 30 years, into coaching, into managing. So he's still at early doors in that regard. You'd want someone like a Jones there, really, so he could work off and learn from. And again, imagine being an academy player now, right? And you've got every day coming into the academy, you've got Aaron Ramsey, Joe Rolls come to work with you. Two lads who've come through the academy, pushed on, become club legends. That's going to tell every one of them kids that there's a pathway for us. They've done it, we can come and do it. So again, we need to keep him at the club as somewhere in the coaching role anyway. And also, you look at Ruben. Ruben plays a 10 like him. Why can't you get Rambo working one-to-one with Ruben on a weekly basis with Joel Colwell? Give him a group of midfielders to work with every day. Ramsey can pass some of his knowledge onto him and stuff, That's going to benefit them. So we've got to keep him there as well.
Yeah, I'm just popping through the chat. So good evening and thanks everybody for popping your comments in. It's got to be between Jones and Rambo now, surely, says Bob Bank. It'd be a bad combination if we could have them both together, would it?
I think it will be a combined. I reckon that'll be a combo. I've got a feeling that'll be a thing.
There you go, look, Bob Bank. Imagine Jones with Ramsey on his backroom staff.
Can't fault that, but imagine that passion. Can you imagine that? We've all talked about it. That bridge between reality and fans, like the staff and fans, that gap the bridge would be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You can't tell me. Go on.
Go on.
No, go on.
I was just going to say on this comment, we are not the only ones named being in for him, Plymouth as well. How much do you reckon that's down to like agents and things chucking his name out? It's got to be, they've got to have
Charlton Alice, I reckon. Make us panic and cough up a bit more money or work quicker so they can get their compensation. And
Big Dick McCarthy, you mean? Do you remember that? When he was on intern, was he like part-time manager or whatever it was? Brought in on a short-term contract, and there was rumours flying about. Was this Stoke, I think, who allegedly wanted him?
Yes, I remember.
And fuck, we better get this guy in a big-time contract. So, of course, we did. John Eustace, good man, John Eustace.
Jonathan Davis says the CEO that took Jones to Charlton apparently left in March.
Don't forget as well, as a manager, you must look at long-term as well. And you must look at Charlton and go, right, they're going to have one of the lower-end budgets in the Championship. We're going to be fighting relegation for the next 10 years. Cardiff in the Championship will have one of the top 6 budgets. I could probably use that and get them into the playoffs. So long-term, that is more attractive, surely, to Manchester than it would be Charlton, surely long-term.
I think if it was me, and obviously he's a passionate bloke, you only have to see the images after the Charlton semi-final when he's, on his hands and knees on the touchline and things. So there's no doubt the bloke is passionate about what he does. And he, has come across previously that he's passionate about Cardiff City. And I just think obviously, given where we've been the last couple of years, and now obviously we're in League One, how much motivation is that for him to think, right, let's get the time is now type of thing. Let's get into Cardiff City. Let's turn everything round. Let's get him back up into the Championship. And I think that'll be a massive driving force in him making that decision, I think, as well as the coin.
I do want to know as well. I wonder if he's asking who am I working for. Am I going to report to Tan? Am I reporting to Dalman? If I've got an issue, do I go to person A, who then has to go to person B to C, or do I go straight to the source? Because every manager we've had has all said the same sort of thing. You know, I'm getting phone calls at 3 a.m. from Tan. I've got to explain why we play this way and stuff. Is Jones going to accept something like that? I mean, let's be honest, it's his way or the highway. And rightly so, he's the manager. You know, if something goes wrong, it's all on him. So he shouldn't have to explain himself to that. But again, you'd ask then, is Dalman going to get involved? Is True get involved? Who's he dealing with? And is he going to have a staff in with him? Is it going to be a staff choosing for him?
Leave it alone. Great comment here from Adam Edwards. He's a member of the Cardiff City World. Thank you very much. Jones as a manager would do more than on-field issues. He would get this club back together. We need fans, owners and players and staff all on the same page. Jones will do this, in my opinion.
Or jump straight to that comment from Graham at the bottom of the chat there.
Go on. I'm working through them, but go on. We'll go straight to it.
Your goalkeeper. I brought it up in our chat. Danny Ward.
I'd take him.
See, I'm unsure because he's not played any first team football for the last 4 years, have he? Really? And we've had issues like El Ghazi's not played football for so long and he's come in, he's done a bad job. Chambers didn't play football for a while and struggled. It's a tough one. He could come in and hit the ground running, but it's a gamble.
Like he's a proven keeper. I know you're absolutely right, mate. He needs first team football, and maybe it's to say this is maybe my Welsh head speaking, but he's a good quality keeper.
A trial would be the best bet.
What's that? Sorry,
bring him on trial. Take the pre-season.
Yeah.
You get at least you get an idea then if what he's lacking, what he's got about him, and he can then work with what he's got and what he hasn't got. Because we do need to replace Horvath because he's absolute dross. Horvath is. He's arguably one of the worst keepers I've ever seen. So anything's an improvement, but take him on trial. Just give him a few weeks training, summer camp, pre-season, see how he does.
He's been linked to Wrexham as well, apparently, but I think that's going to be the case now throughout the pre-season is Welsh players. Welsh players linked to Wrexham. I think Ben Davis from Spurs.
Isn't he ex-Wrexham?
What's that?
Isn't he ex-Wrexham anyway, Danny Ward?
I'm not too sure about. I'm
sure he's an academy player before he was, so a return home might be.
I'm not too sure, buddy.
Not too sure. Just working my way through the comments, guys. There are plenty in there, so bear with me. Tan's waiting to see what happens in the Champions League final tonight, apparently.
Inzaghi's coming in, is he?
Don't forget, we can't linger in League One. We need to hit the ground running. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Sean Morrison is doing his coaching badges, get him involved with the club. He still loves it here, doesn't he? And I think that's something we've said on the pod before, and we've got so many past players with so much that potentially could give back that we just don't tend to, I don't know, get them in.
I'm sure Sean Morrison is working with the kids at the club he is. He goes in on a volunteer basis, I believe.
Yeah.
But again,
doing the 12s or something like that, or am I mistaken?
I think Rhodri Johnson is doing the under 9s or under 10s. I think Rhodri Johnson is the former defender. But Sean Morrison was coming in to work with the academy on a volunteer basis, he said previously, which is, I'd take the job. I'd sack Al on the first day anyway. Apparently he's a Canton guy, but no, you can't have him like a rhythm on his first canoe, so I'd sack him, sorry. But again, you'd think the club would be looking at players like Bamba when he was alive, God rest his soul, to keep him at the club rather than let him go. You'd think, with Joe Rawls now, get him a player coaching contract, get Super Kev working somewhere in the club. These are legends. And again, if you can see a connection with this, look at the staff right last year, right? No offense, Darren Purse. Other than that, Richard Shaw, Tom Ramsett. Really, there's no really connection there. If I was looking as a Cardiff fan now, seeing Chris Gunter's on the coaching staff, Darren Purse on the coaching staff, Sean Morrison's on the coaching staff, Joe Rawls is there. It's like, hang on, this club is one now because these are ex-Cardiff boys. They love the club. They work behind the scenes. I feel confident and trust in them, what they're doing there now. So it is that. But yeah, we need to keep some of these people, and we just don't do we? There's no forward thinking.
No. I wanted to bring this comment up. Sue says, my worry is we are running away with ourselves, and when announced, it's not the person they expected, and here we go again, fans being negative before we kick a ball. So I think that's down to, obviously, the whispers that have come out today, Nathan Jones. Everybody's probably got a bit of a buzz about them now. If that doesn't materialise, it's bang, we're straight back on the negative then, and I think that's what that comment kind of alludes to. And we haven't, as a channel, as three blokes chatting now, we've been open and honest, and we don't know anything that's going on behind closed doors. We just voicing our opinions and talking about the Chinese whispers that have been said today. But you can see it go. If Nathan Jones doesn't get announced now, how quick
people kick off.
It's going to go toxic again.
100% bad.
That's the worry, because there's a certain group of our fans which love the negativity. Like, I read a post a few weeks ago, and I'll admit I'm the same. Ian Everett was a favourite. I didn't want Ian Everett. I wasn't impressed with him. I seen a post someone put up saying that he failed to win promotion in the playoffs twice with both done. Why would we get someone who can't get promoted? All right. Des Buckland was mentioned. The same person I seen then was commenting saying, yeah, but he got promoted, but he did a bad job with Oxford. When he took over, he was second. He only got through the playoffs. It's like you want one thing from one manager. When another manager has done that thing, it's like, oh, that's not good enough. He should have done better. We could have had someone who won the league and have gone, yeah, but it's only one club he's done that, and he had money to spend. We could have Pep right now, and it'd be, yeah, but he's only successful with money he is. It doesn't matter who it is. There's a group of fans which love to be negative, just to make themselves relevant. And unfortunately, that toxicity spreads, and a lot of people gravitate towards it.
100%. Yeah, it's on that. People share things on Facebook and stuff like that, and all jump on a bandwagon, and that's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, we touched upon that one. We need a goalkeeper. Rob brought that up. Danny Ward. What's the chap from Leeds? Is it Carl Darlow? Is it Leeds or Leicester?
Whoa. Rob's taking himself whenever Rhys talks.
You got a mirror behind the computer, have you? And he just likes looking at himself in the mirror. Evan Charlton are above Cardiff. I think Jones would run the club and sort the play out.
I can't imagine he would allow some of the shit that's gone on behind the scenes this year to happen. He'd stamp it right out, I reckon. And I like Rhys. I backed him to the very end. I do all Cardiff managers. I was back. It's hard when it's your first job at such a high level, when certain things happen behind the scenes, like, how do I deal with this? If I go against this player now and do this, the team could go against me. And I think, and that's not a criticism of him, I think Nathan Jones is the kind of person who goes, if he doesn't like me, I don't give a fuck. He can run for 10 miles, I care, but he doesn't listen to me, he doesn't play. And I think we need something like that. We need someone who's going to get in there, and ruffle some feathers, I think, with some of the players, because some of them have had it easy this season. I mean, Chambers has been dross. He started in every game. He was guaranteed to start all the time. He was dreadful. And there's certain players, I think, with attitude problems there who coasted into that side, only because there was a lack of any other options, I think, really, more than anything. But I don't think Jones would accept that. My only thing is, I hope, if he does get the job, I hope whoever has it is confident enough to bleed the card he plays through. He's not afraid to put Kapakia in for a few games, and trust him. And if he makes a mistake, don't punish him for it. Back him, help him, and keep him going. Because we've got a great academy, We've got players there. I just think we need someone who's able to step up now and allow them to flourish and guide them through it, I think.
Well, it says it all, mate. The fact that Capaccio, as obviously granted he's been injured, he's in the Welsh squad. I know realistically he won't play during the next 2 Welsh internationals, but like it says it all about him. Like,
I think Bellamy came out in the week, didn't he? And he said he's been
they wanted to sign him.
They wanted to sign him when he was at Burnley, and he's been keeping an eye on him over the last couple of years. So yeah, fair play.
It says it all, Baz. It says it all. He spotted that 2-3 years ago. He was at Burnley.
I don't want to defend Rhys and stuff. I think he can do it himself. My only thing is with Rhys. Let's say now he played. People say Dylan Lawler should start him all right. That's fair enough. But let's say now we played a game. Dylan Lawler starts, Capaccio starts. One of them makes a mistake and we concede and lose. Straight away they're going to be going, why is he playing kids for? We're fighting relegation. It's his fault, this is. He was in a no-win situation there. This is why I think we need a manager who's... It's tough. I think we need a manager who's going to give him the chance. And if fans turn on the manager for playing these youngsters, he's not going to give a shit. He's going to say, I'm doing what I know was best. And I think
this is almost like a clean slate, Rhys.
Yeah, yes and no, because I think what he is, say now, again, new manager comes in now and they'll go, I want to see what Arteta can do. We know Arteta's not cut out for it. We know that. New manager might want 6 months to see that. New manager might want 6 months to come in and see, I don't think Parker can do this for me now. I don't think this guy's got this for me. And that's the worry, because you've got the previous staff there have all seen what these kids can do and know what they can do. And we don't know what a new manager will want to do, because, again, they might come in and go, Arteta's my striker. He might come in and go, I can sell Salah for 10 million, spend 5 million on that, and have Arteta up front and score 20 goals. We know he's not going to score 20 goals, but you don't know what a new manager's thinking in terms of things like that. See, that's the worry.
And yeah, if I'm honest, I'm kind of like, you see it so many times where players don't perform for one manager, somebody else will come in and bang. I think obviously we've seen enough of Arteta for you to have that opinion, which obviously that's your opinion. But I think I'm an open book when we have new people come in, and kind of I think they need to up their game to show. But yeah, I do get why you say that.
I see what you're saying. It's just the only thing is we had Steve Morrison come in with him. We had Mark Hudson have a go with him. I think Sabri was there when he was there. We've had Bullock there when he's there. We've had Rhys when he was there. None of these managers can get a tune out of Arteta.
So I'll play devil's advocate then, Rhys. What about Ruben Colwell?
I think the thing with Ruben is he shows glimpses he can do something. I don't think Arteta's really shown glimpses. I think you've seen a 2-minute spark in one game against Coventry when we won 3-2, like last year or the year before it was. Other than that, I don't think Arteta's ever shown he can do it. And he's gone out to loan to League One. Bolton fans have called him the worst signing of the last God knows how long. I'm not being funny. I want nothing but the best for Cardiff players. And if they leave us, I want them to go on and kick on, have a great career. They played for us. I'll always love them for it. I just think we need to be serious now. We can't keep holding out the hope that certain players will kick on and do it. Ruben, I'd be critical of. I think Ruben knows he needs to improve. But again, I think the criticism, I guess, personal is too much. Criticise his performances now and again, it's fair enough. Same with Matey and stuff. If they perform poorly, criticise the performance. Don't criticise their character and stuff, because they are doing their best. I just don't think, like Ted is good enough, no offence. I don't think Horvath is good enough. He's an international keeper. I don't think Chambers is good enough. But, if Max Waters scores past us, I'm fucking crying in the stands. Never mind him crying.
Comment here from Lee Chant. Have the bookies ever got it right on a new manager under Tan?
Yeah, they came close with the painter once, but he went for the electrician instead.
Just sums us up. Slow over the pitch now, slowing appointing a manager when they have known for weeks absolute shambles. Again, I don't think we know what's going on behind closed doors and negotiations and stuff. So on that, Simon has... I spoke to Simon today. He is going to do a breakdown for the members on Patreon and Cardiff City World via the YouTube channel. And he will do a breakdown for the members once the appointment has been confirmed. So if you do want to become a member of Cardiff City World, you can follow the information on the YouTube channel or join via acepodcastnation on Patreon.
There's also the WhatsApp group if anyone wants to join. You haven't got to be a member, nothing to join that. You just join, it's free. Great banter, talk goes in there as well, what people hear, stuff like that.
Yeah, you can give out your mobile number on a live one, Ember.
999. You can message us on social media. I'm on Facebook and stuff. Rhys David Evans. Search me up. I'll add it to the group. I can if anyone wants to join. Again, it's a great group as well. There's men in there, there's women in there. It's all good. It's a good laugh. It's a great group, to be fair.
How much compensation do you think Charlton will want?
Sorry?
I said Rhys only accepts requests from women. No.
How much compensation do you think Charlton will want? I think Rhys alluded to it earlier. Obviously, with them getting promoted to the Championship, I think didn't you say there was a clause in his contract? So
yeah,
no idea of official figures, but I would imagine it's going to be a
couple million. It'll be
a couple of quid in it.
Yeah, I also believe Charlton had a clause in the contract which meant they could activate an extra year. It was 2 years plus they could activate a third year, which if they activate it means his compensation goes up again. So it's a negotiation thing now, is to see if they can get the best deal. Don't forget, it won't just be for him, it'll be for his backroom staff as well. So it'll be a full package sort of thing if that keeps going.
Comment of the night goes to Josh. Think I'd rather eat my own toenails than see a Tete play again. Competition time, you won, 100%.
It's wild because I went to the Peter Whittingham night they did, and it was Aston Villa, and it was Tana tore the Villa side apart. And Tete was outstanding, and since then I've never seen a Tete. Again, Coventry we went 3-2 I think last year, the year before, and Tete had his best 60-minute spell, and after that he went back to his usual self for throwing himself to the floor. Hands in the air, mauling the players. I don't know, he's not done it for me. He's just not stepped up to the plate. And again, it's not his fault. Maybe it's a jump too far. Maybe we've asked too much of him. Maybe just needs to leave, like.
Just going back to the membership things, Jonathan Davis, he is a fully fledged member. Membership is cheaper than
you prick.
With less disappointment. We do get early access to tickets to live events. We are waiting for Simon to confirm the next live event.
Oh, what a ballad.
You get access to member shows, etc. So it is worth joining, and it does help support Si to be able to keep creating Cardiff City content 7 days a week. So any new members fancy joining, please get involved. What would you rather eat than see Horvath play again, Josh?
Tennis toenails.
Oh, this is not Hey, whoa.
I think that should be Rhys. Ian says, the mutilation I will put my wrists through if we go into another season with a Tete is out of the name. Brilliant.
Just to mention as well, if anyone is going through any problems, there are helplines out there for people who could contact.
Oh, yeah, that's quality, mate.
Brilliant, man. What's this one from Sarah? A Swansea City half-time pie. I
see a gambling man, or gambling woman, I take it then. That ain't chicken in a pie.
That's his wrist.
Right, I know. I think we're about 40 minutes in. We're not going to stay for the full hour tonight, but as soon as any confirmation or anything concrete is announced, Simon will be doing a live straight away. So I can't imagine anything coming out now on a Sunday. So I suppose keep a lookout for Monday, I suppose. Anything anybody else wants to cover before we say goodnight?
Just leave a comment in the show after the show. Don't forget, you can guess the season ticket numbers thing. And Rob will buy 2 pints.
What's the prize, Rhys?
2 pints from Rob.
No.
And two free tickets to a live event.
Rob's paying for it all.
Yeah.
But yes,
two free tickets to a live event. Fuck it. I know I haven't signed it off yet, but fuck it, we'll do it. 2 free tickets to a live event with a drink each on arrival, glass of water.
And you can sit around a table with us.
And you can sit there with us. No, 100%. 2 tickets and a drink each. Fuck it.
I think we need to keep tabs on the guesses now, don't we?
Yeah, 1 ticket is just all shit. So 2 tickets. Can't do stuff like that. It's just stupid.
They are good nights, Sonny. They are great nights.
Yeah.
The laugh we have.
And disclosure, if you become an East Podcast Nation member, you're entitled to free guesses.
Right, I think I better end the stream now before Sai has a heart attack. No star, pal.